I would like to talk about something that, if it ever happens to you personally, will be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in your entire life. Well, okay. Based on personal experience, I've done a lot of things that are a lot more embarrassing, but I'm talking about spell checking. We live in a computerized, massaged, sanitized world where no matter what we do, if we type it, we will be instructed that it's the wrong word in terms of spelling. So, in my opinion, and I'll tell my students this, there are very few excuses for having a misspelled word. Now, used incorrectly, that's different. For example, in the English language, you have two, T-O, T-W-O. You also have T-O-O, as in also. There, they are, all the crazy things in the English language. I do all of my text in a program that is dedicated to word processing, like Microsoft Word. That's what I use. You could also use Corel WordPerfect, whatever. They have robust spell check systems, yes, but they also have grammar checking and a lot of other things. But remember one thing, nothing replaces the fact that you are going to have to look at this text and actually read it. Just because a program says it's right doesn't necessarily mean it's right. Read it with your eyes and edit it. Now let's talk about this. I want to make sure that everything on this particular page is spelled correctly. Now, if it's a graphic and there are words on the graphic, like you see Autumn Memories, Andy Anderson, it's not going to check those. That's a photograph. But it will check all my text for me if I want to. Go up to the word commands, that's where it is, and go down to check spelling. But before I click it, I want you to look at check spelling. Notice the ellipsis, dot, 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 is not on check spelling. If you see like edit command list, dot, 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 clean up HTML, dot, 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 you're going to get, by default, a dialog box opened up and ask you what you want to do. When you click check spelling, it's just going to check it. So understand, if there are absolutely no mistakes on the page, it's just going to blow through it and say done. And you're going to go, well, what am I supposed to do now? You click done, it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and click here. And my first problem is the word spirit. Now, I did put that in there purposely so we could see something here. Notice the choices are add to personal. So I can say, well, actually, that's the Koine Greek way of spelling personal. Yeah, right. And I would like to add it to my personal dictionary so I don't have to answer that question again. Be very careful before you click that button, because if you click and add something to personal that's misspelled, from that point forward, Dreamweaver is going to consider it spelled correctly. I can ignore it. I can change it based on the suggestions, or in the change to box, I can type in one if it doesn't give me the proper suggestion. I can ignore everything if I want to, and I can change it all. Well, I probably did that more than once, so let's just do it all at once. Now, it is giving me the correct spelling right here, spirit. So I select it here, and then I decide, do I want to change or change all? Now, I highly doubt that I've made that same mistake twice. I'm just going to say change. Now, it moves on. Now, I find this one kind of amusing. That's my email address down there, and I'm at southwesternbell.net, and the only thing it can come up with is Snowbelt. Now, you see, on that one, I can choose, well, you know what? That is my email. Why don't I add it to my personal? I don't like to add things like that to personal, but I do want to ignore it. And on the chance that it might be used actually more than once, I will say ignore all. That's telling me it's reached the end of the document based on the insertion point where I was clicked at when it started the search. So it's saying you want to start from the beginning. I said, sure, why not? Let's see what's going on. Spell check completed. Now, this is what you're going to see if there was nothing wrong. It would have gone here immediately. And you say, well, where's my box? Where's my choices? You don't need any choices. Everything's fine. You click OK. I will come up here and say save, because I do want to save this. And I can move on to another page. My recommendation is take this very seriously, because misspelled words on pages are really a kind of like a reflection on you. And when people see misspelled words, according to studies, they'll begin turning off. They won't be listening to or absorbing what they're reading. So be very careful about that. Tell you what, let me go ahead and close this one out, and let's move on.